I don't complain anymore. I genuinely don't. Because I've learned you complain everywhere in the world. Like when you travel, you realize how many people complain everywhere in the world. South Africa seems like we're crashing until you go to other places and they seem like they're crashing. I went to the UK. You think the UK is having a fantastic time. South Africans are like, oh, that's my dream. That's my dream. That's my dream if I can just go to the UK. The UK. Wonderful place. I just need to go there. The motherland. Just to touch the ground of my home. So it's not that great. People in the UK are suffering. They're having their own poverty. Old people are dying because they can't put in their heaters during the winter. This is what's happening in the UK, the Great Britain. People are suffering all over the world. In America, they're complaining. They're going, there's racism at the highest level, segregation, black people being shot by police. People are complaining everywhere. I go, we have our problems. At least I understand them. At least I understand. I don't complain, I'm not saying people shouldn't complain. People will complain. White people will always complain. We know this, No, and this is because white people are good at complaining. You have it in your blood. You see it from white people. Like when they're born, they have it. Like white babies don't cry the same. Other babies are crying like, White babies are like, why? 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 White people have it in their blood. It's part of who white people are. And it's just a thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just a thing, White people are so good at complaining. They've got different techniques of complaining. It's not just one style of complaining. Some of them will complain on Facebook. Some of them will complain on 702. My favorite type of complaining white people do is the silent complaint. That's my favorite. The silent breathing complaint. That's the best one ever. Yeah. Where they just breathe out really hard. I love that. You see them everywhere just doing it. The best is it almost multiplies by more than what it is when two of them see each other. That's it, like it becomes a powerful thing. I don't even understand why do you breathe out your anger? That's all white people. That's why Cape Town is so windy. It's just so many white people at the same time. That's all it is. But I've learned people complain overseas. I understand, everyone complains. You know what I hate though? Is when someone complains about my country. I hate that more than anything in the world. Yeah. Because you know what? There may be problems, but it's my country. As my mom always said, this is my I'll solve it myself. That's how I work. Because I was in the UK and this guy, we had a conversation. Started nicely and then we took a left turn. In the middle of the conversation, he goes, yeah, that's really interesting. But you know what your problem is, Trevor? You know what your problem is in South Africa, yeah? You know what your problem is? I said, no, but you'll tell me, won't you? So yeah, I'll tell you, Trevor. I'll tell you what your problem is. In South Africa, you've got too much crime. That's the problem. Too much bloody crime. Yeah, crime and vuvuzelas. That's your problem. That's a crazy, he didn't even pause when he said crime and in the same sentence. Crime. He didn't walk away. He didn't go like, crime, that's the problem. Oh, you know what? And no, he went crime and vuvuzelas. Like in equal measure, these are the plagues of our nation. Like every day we battle crime and like mothers are seeing their children leave the house going, Temba, be careful of the crime. Nama vuvuzela, yazwa? Look after yourself, boy. It made it sound like every day in South Africa, people are getting shot randomly in the streets. They're like, hey! Crime and really? And vuvuzelas? When the hell did the vuvuzela become the most hated instrument in the world? I don't understand how this happened. I don't understand how we allowed this to happen as South Africans. We just bowed down to the world. They're like, oh, the vuvuzela horrible. We're like, we're sorry. So no, I will not. I stand up for my vuvuzela. You know why? We don't have a vuvuzela problem. We never had a vuvuzela problem. Because before 2010, there was no vuvuzela problem. After 2010, we haven't had a vuvuzela problem since, yeah. During the World Cup, we didn't have a vuvuzela problem. We had a foreigners blowing vuvuzela problem. That's what we had. In South Africa, we should have a thing where you have to have a license to blow vuvuzela. You can't just come here not knowing vuvuzela etiquette, blowing it randomly. The English fans, the Spanish fans, middle of the day, there they are, 9 a.m. What are you doing? It's so much fun. It's wrong. What are you doing? It's fun. But it's my dad's funeral. Yeah, but still, it lightens the mood, doesn't it? We'll miss him. Like, what the hell are you doing? These guys blew vuvuzela. Then the world was like, oh, South African vuvuzela. No, South African vuvuzela in the wrong hands. That's what it is. That's what it is. Vuvuzelas don't make noise. People with vuvuzelas make noise. It's the wrong people. You know who should be blowing vuvuzelas? Qualified, skilled practitioners. Chiefs and Pirates supporters. That's who should be blowing vuvuzelas. Because there's never a problem with them. You watch them at those games. You watch them. There's always one guy in the corner. One guy. A mysterious man. You don't know where he's from, nor where he's going. He almost just pitches up in the stadium by himself. And there he is with his vuvuzela. He's got those little mining hats that they've designed. You know, his uniform is like the Pirates logo, but it's painted on his stomach. He doesn't wear a shirt. And you know those stomachs that are hard, but it doesn't look fat. It looks like it's full of confidence. And those guys stand there and they blow their vuvuzelas in the corner by themselves. It is the sexiest thing you've ever seen. That vuvuzela will speak to you. That guy's just there in the corner. It's so sexy. You watch that guy standing there looking like a Zulu Kenny G. Just, oh. How are you going to hate on the vuvuzela? That's the best instrument in the vuvuzela is us. That's the sound of Africa. That's what I picture out on the Serengeti. On one of those like National Geographic shows. David Attenborough commentating. And as you look out, far into the distance of the African bushveld, you can vaguely make out the silhouette of the South African vuvuzela. The male vuvuzela is a stunning creature. And it is mating season now. He has roamed for kilometers searching for the perfect mate. He has found her. The two vuvuzelas slowly begin the mating ritual. The female is impressed. She assumes the position as the male slowly mounts her and they begin procreation. The male is finished. He slowly moves away from the female. She seeks out for his approval and affection. He just wants to sleep. How are you gonna hate on the vuvuzela? I love that.
Hey there, thanks for watching. Now, all I need you to do is click on that little circle on your screen. Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, just like that. Hold on. Yeah, click. Nice.
I'll be honest, I don't think that textbook thing is like a real issue. I feel like it's one of those manufactured issues that often happens in America that gets people riled up and gets them fired up, fighting about something that was never an issue to begin with, you know? And the reason I say this is because that's honestly what I believe. I feel like in America, politicians have done a really good job of tricking Americans into fighting about issues that were never an issue to begin with, so that you don't pay attention to the issues that actually are. You know? If they can get you fighting about what's in a textbook, you don't pay attention to the fact that inflation is out of control. You don't pay attention to the fact that rents are out of control. People cannot afford to live anywhere. Your salaries have never kept up with inflation. Corporations steal billions and billions of dollars from their employees with no ramifications. You don't pay attention to any of that. You pay attention to what's catchy. It's easy to keep up with. It keeps you going. You know? Ooh, can trans people use public bathrooms? Ooh. It's manufactured. Who was actually dealing with this issue? And I mean this, honestly. Who was actually dealing with this issue? You know what they did? Some politician out there figured out. They go, here's a small story affecting a few people in a random place. I'm going to make it seem like this is a nationwide issue. And then everyone starts fighting about it. But who? Who was really dealing with it? Huh? Who of you here has ever been in a situation where you were in a bathroom and all of a sudden a skirmish broke out and you heard people being like, excuse me, is this the gender that you were born with? Does it coincide with the sign on the door? Is your genitalia matching this? Can I see it right? Who's ever seen that? Nobody. Nobody. But they make us fight about it because it's catchy. Who can use which bathroom? Who cares? Who cares? I mean it. Who cares? I know someone will be like, oh, but trans people care. They want to know if they can use a public bathroom. Yeah, use whichever bathroom you want. Who's going to stop you? No, seriously, it's a public toilet. Who is going to stop you? You tell me who's going to enforce that law. We can't even enforce the idea that people should shit into the toilet. But you think magically they're gonna figure out if you were born this way? Use whichever one you want. Why are we wasting our time? Other people are like, oh, we're gonna fight because you gotta know who's using. Let me tell you something. If you are spending enough time to know the genitalia of the other people in a public bathroom, you're the creep. I'm worried about you. There is a simple rule to every public toilet around the world, and that rule is you get in, you pay no attention to anyone else, you hold your breath, and you get out. You're standing around staring at other people. Like every man in this room knows, when we use the toilet, what do? We get in. Public toilet, you stare dead ahead. You pee, you do your thing. You do not look to either side. If you're fidgety, you look up, you look down. You do not look at anyone else. The guy next to you could start choking. You don't turn your head, you don't shake, you don't move. You hear him like, you be like, hey man, hey, you all right? Yo, hey man, you okay? Yo, you want me to call? Hey man, are you okay? Yo, you want me to call? Don't look at me! What are we doing? What are we fighting about? Public bathrooms. And if you know your history, you'll know this happens all the time in America. It happens over and over and over again. There was a time when women had to fight to use public bathrooms in America. Imagine that. There was literally a time when women weren't allowed to use public bathrooms all across America, and they had to fight. And there were men who were angry. They're like, this is crazy. You're gonna have women in public bathrooms? That's insane. Like, how does it work? Huh? What, they're gonna come in there while we're peeing? And then what, they're gonna look at our wieners? Huh? And they're gonna laugh? Huh? Think about this, ladies. There was a time when women were first allowed to step into the workplace where there were no public bathrooms that they could use. So ladies, if you were out and about back then, you needed to pee, you needed to poo, you had to go home. Yeah, and I say poo theoretically, I don't know if you actually do. No, I don't think any guy does, let's be honest. We don't. Like, we assume this on a biological level, but I don't know for certain that any woman actually. In fact, any man in here, think of any woman in your life. Do you know the last time she pooed? I don't think you know. I don't think you know. There is no forensic evidence to back up that claim. There is no smell. There is no stain. There is no nothing. And ladies, I don't know who's doing your bathroom PR, but they're doing a stellar job. Stellar job. Women go to the bathroom, smells better when they come out of it. How? You never know when a lady's pooing, never. Because also, women keep the same amount of time. That's the most impressive thing. You give nothing away. Yeah, a woman's gonna go pee, it takes 10 minutes. She goes to the bathroom, right? Gets there, tinkle, 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 comes out. washes her hands, powders her face, texts on the phone a bit, comes back to the table. You have no clue. Yeah, she's gonna go poo, same thing, 10 minutes. Goes to the bathroom, does a thing, pellets, comes back out, wash her hands, powder the nose, text her friends, get back out there. You have no clue. With men, you know exactly what we're doing. Discretion is not our forte. You know when every single man is gonna go pee. Why? 2 minutes. Off to the bathroom, we're in there. Quickest thing ever. It's like a NASCAR pit stop. Yeah, we get in, we pee, we come back out, act like we're washing our hands, and we're back. How do you know when we're gonna take a dump? Because it's obvious. We go to the bathroom, never come back. That's the last time you'll ever see us. Your family's putting up wanted posters in the restaurants. Have you seen this man? Imagine, people were fighting about bathrooms. This every time in America, every time. There was a time when black people had to fight to use public bathrooms. Huh? Same thing. Black people were like, why can we not use public bathrooms? And again, people were angry. This is crazy. You're gonna have black people in the public bathroom? How does that even work? Huh? So what, they're gonna be standing there while I'm peeing? Huh? And they're gonna be looking at my wiener? Huh? And they're gonna laugh? Huh? I'm old enough to remember when there was a discussion in America about whether gay people could use public bathrooms. This was an actual topic of discussion. I remember seeing people on the news being interviewed. They'd be like, do you think that gay men should be allowed into the same bathrooms as straight men? I'd be like, look, I don't mind what they do. If they keep it to themselves, that's fine. But just answer me this. How's it gonna work, huh? So what, you're in the bathroom with them and then what? Like he's gay and I'm just standing there and I'm peeing, huh? And he's looking at my wiener, huh? And then he grabs it, huh? And he starts yanking on it, huh? He just starts tugging away and I get hard and I'm enjoying it, huh? And then this is one of the best experiences I've ever had, huh? And then I start coming back weekly, hoping I'll bump into him, and I do, huh? And then at some point we agree to meet outside a nice little restaurant that's cozy and get to know each other, huh? And then a few years later we get married and our families are joined and we live happily ever after, huh? Is that what you want? Why? Public bathrooms. That's why you shouldn't bury your history. Yeah, because if you know it's happened, you know what to predict. You understand why it happened in the first place. It's so weird how our prejudices have given everyone their lane. Middle Eastern does something, they're a terrorist. Black person does something, they're gang related, they're a thug. But if a white guy walks into a church killing 9 people dead, what do they lead with on the news? And today, in an isolated incident, a lone gunman walked into a church, opening fire and killing 9 people. It's always a lone gunman. Yeah, a lone gunman with no ties to society whatsoever. They always separate him as quickly as possible. I love how they do that. He kept to himself and was notoriously unfriendly. He had no friends whatsoever. No friends, really? No friends? Not even one? Not even one? No friends? Like, not even on Facebook? No, everyone has friends on Facebook. Come on, you tell me the guy had no friends. It's almost like as the shooting happens, everyone's like, what, Dylan? Unfriend. This is the weirdest thing ever. And the first thing they always go to is mental instability. That's what they go to, the first thing. They never go with terrorism. What happened? Are we saying this was terrorism? Well, we're not going to jump to that conclusion. This was a young man who was really mentally, he was unstable. He was a troubled young man, but he was a terrorist because he committed a terrorist act, walked into a building, shot a bunch of people to try and spread a message of hatred, right? He was trying to pass something. He was trying to do something. That's an act of terror. And, well, look, no, not necessarily. He was a troubled young man. Yes. And a terrorist. Yeah, but he was mentally unstable, just like terrorists. That's exactly what a terrorist is. There's no normal reason to blow yourself up. That is ridiculous as shit.
You're crazy. You're crazy. But you're still a terrorist. It's weird. It's almost like without realizing it, what they're saying on the news is, you know, this young white man is clearly struggling with something. I mean, because why would you forego all that privilege? Why would you... I mean, he was a young white man. Why would you throw that all away? I mean, if he was a minority, I get it, because that shit sucks. But I mean, why would you throw it? He must be crazy. This is madness. I refuse to be part of this. I refuse to live in a world where we'll deny white people the moniker of terrorist. That's racism, people. That's what that is. If a white man through hard work and determination commits an act of terror, he deserves to be called a terrorist. He worked for it, damn it. You don't deprive him of that because of the color of his skin. You give it to him and you put him up there. Bin Walid and Charlie. It's terrorism. But we all have our prejudices, don't get me wrong. It's not like I try to be better. I really do. I realize every now and again I do things that I'm not particularly proud of. You know, like for instance, whenever I fly into America, if I've been out of the country and flying back into America, I always try to fly on Middle Eastern airlines, specifically. So I'll fly on Emirates or Qatar or Etihad or one of those. And the reason I do this is because I feel there's less chance that somebody and this may sound a little bit racist, you have every right to be offended, you really. I feel like there's less chance that somebody will attack one of those planes. For a few reasons. Number one, because they're not proving a point. Planes already Muslim-owned, Muslim-run, they're not converting anybody. And secondly, and more importantly on my side, I think there's a small chance somebody could diffuse the situation. Someone could talk them down just because they speak the same language. That's half of terror for me, is the fact that you don't understand what the person says. Guy speaking Arabic that puts fear in the hearts of all men. You never think good things when you hear Arabic. Yeah, we've watched too many movies and TV shows. Like whenever you hear Arabic, then some bad shit happens. That's always what happens. It's never something cool or sexy. It's never like it's never that. And so it makes you think a certain way. I know I'm not any different. I was on a flight, my first Middle Eastern flight, flying on an Emirates plane, and this man emerged from the galley, had a long beard, and he was carrying a box, and he just went off. He was like, and I was like, chicken, please. Chicken. Sorry, I get really excited for chicken. I'm sorry for that. Sorry. It's like, my friend, excited? You looked petrified. I said, I am, of the flavor. Chicken! Wow! I love chicken. I love chicken so much. He's like, oh, is that a black thing? I said, that's racist. There's a little thing that makes me think there's a chance that if someone understands the language, they may be able to talk the guy down. There could be a terrorist on the plane, a guy with a suicide vest, would be flying 40,000 feet in the sky. A man jumps off, losing his head. There he is. And just maybe, some guy will be opposite him like, hey, what are you doing? I'm going to blow up this plane to show everybody that Allah is great. Yeah, but we know this. Everybody here knows this. So what are you doing? I wanted to show all of you the power of... What are you showing us if we already know, huh? What are you showing us? Are you saying we are not good Muslims? Is that what you are saying? Huh? Are you saying we do not know the power of Allah? Is that what you are saying? You are saying we are bad Muslims? What are you saying? No, my friend, please, I was not trying to offend you. I was just trying to kill you. Listen to what I wanted to show you. What are you showing me, huh? Are you saying I do not pray? Is that what you're saying? You're better Muslim than me? You think I'm not good Muslim just because I'm watching Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs? Is that what you think? Huh? What are you saying? No, I'm not saying that. I wanted to, what are you showing? You show nothing. You make us look bad. Why don't you preach? Why don't you talk to people, huh? This is not Islam. What are you doing with your stupid vest? Blah, 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 blah. You make us all look bad. No, I was not, no, you're not trying nothing. No, you even got your vest backwards. You don't even know what you're doing here. Sorry, it's my first time. I never done this before. Yeah, story. Sit down, shut up, eat something. I don't know if I can, no, it's all halal. You can eat it, don't worry, you can eat it. You can eat it, all of you, yalla. Stupid. This is a chance that could happen. There's a small chance that could happen. And that's why I do it.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can win cool prizes. And by prizes, I mean surprise. There's no prizes. It's a free YouTube video, you greedy. Just click the video, man. Why you want free things on free things?
Joke number one. Okay. I'm kidding. Just get into it. Don't waste time. Straight into it. Welcome to the show. Welcome everyone. Welcome. How you guys doing? Thank you for coming. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for coming out. So good to see you here. It's been a wonderful journey. It's our last tour of South Africa for a while before I leave, go to America. I'm gonna go for 2 weeks, and then when I come back, I'm gonna be talking like this. I don't know why people do that. You know what the worst thing is? Is you talking like that. That's the worst thing. It's been so much fun, man, traveling around South Africa, trying to write new material for a new show. It's always difficult. The easiest stuff to write, I find, is political stuff in South Africa. It's too easy now. It's become, like you give comedians credit. You go, oh, he's so funny. But we're not geniuses. We really aren't. Like the guys in power, they do it all for us now. They're actually taking our jobs. It's not cool. It's not cool. Because soon you guys are gonna figure it out, and you're gonna stop coming to the show, and you're gonna start going to press conferences, and you're not gonna. Then you'll be like, oh, where are you guys going? On Friday? Oh, I'm going to the Zuma press conference, eh? Oh, bro, like, yeah, that guy he's my favorite, eh? Yeah, can you sign my DVD? Can you sign my shirt? Sign my shirt. Yeah. It's absolutely crazy. I'm glad the rain stopped for a little bit. It's been heavy, Roads have been flooded, and there's been lightning and thunder, and, it's been crazy. These storms are everywhere. I find myself laughing these days when lightning strikes, especially when it's those big ones where you feel like it hit like the next road or something. Because every time I see lightning, I think of the MEC of the Northwest, MEC of Safety and Security. True genius, true comedic genius. Like, we all have our mentors, and, I look up to guys like him. No, because he came out after, what happened was, there was a funeral on the weekend, and what happened was there was a lightning storm, and lightning struck the people at the funeral, and 9 people were killed instantly. There's nothing funny about that. 9 people dead, gone. Nothing funny at all, although it must have been a bit weird, because you're there because someone has died, and then it's a bit awkward now. You don't know if you carry on here or do you... but it's a bit, you don't know. And then you're like, do you put them in? Because there's there's going to be like one uncle who's like, no, there's space, put him. I must buy another box. It's just like, you know what I mean? And if you've got like one of those possessive mothers, those mothers that love their kids, probably then she's crying and then everyone's like, and then they dead, and then they're like, oh, then she's like, don't you dare, don't you cry for them, you don't cry for them. You came here for this, you came here, you save your tears and you cry where hey, they freshly dead, you can cry for them next week, you bring those tears here. But there's nothing funny about it, and so what happened is on the Monday after the funeral, the MEC came out and he held a press conference. And he was there, and the journalists had all gathered, and it was very serious. And he came out there, and the photographers and everyone was there, and he said, we have had what have happened on that funeral. let it be known that we will launch a probe and we will not rest until we know where does this lightning come from. Not rest. His assistant was probably like, up. He was like, we're up. We want to know, where does it come from? I didn't even make the joke. He just said this. I just repeated it to you. It's like, you see. And now it's election time, which means politicians are out in full force, kissing babies. Helen Zizza is dancing again and speaking Xhosa. You know it's election time, you know? ANC comes out with a huge campaign. If you are not happy about service delivery, then you must vote for change. I'm like, but you guys are the ones. Yeah, but we'll change. We're like, so what, must we vote for someone? No, don't vote for someone else. Just keep it here. Yeah, keep it here. Just keep it here. Oh, yeah, bring it back. Keep it here. Yeah, bring it here. No, we'll change. Just keep it here. Yeah. Whoa. You got the DA chasing after them. I mean, I like the fact that the DA is the official opposition, but like, they can't point out everything. Like, after a while, it just gets boring, you know? DA doesn't tell us what they're gonna do. They're running around telling us everything the ANC's not doing. Look at him! Do you want a president who doesn't tie his shoelaces? Look at that! It's just shoelace, but still. It's become ridiculous. They chased after the ANC and exposed them with the whole Gupta thing. Did you see that story? The Guptas, one of the most famous families who apparently own the whole of South Africa. Like, just own everything, including the Zuma family. And basically what came out was they said, yes, this family runs the Zumas. They run them. In fact, when President Zuma became President Zuma, they summoned him, the Guptas summoned him to their residential abode, and they paraded him in front of their friends and family. Paraded him. This is what the DA said, parade. I think they're pushing it, like it wasn't paraded. It wasn't summoned, he was probably invited. It wasn't summoned. You know, it wasn't paraded. Because when they say paraded, like I'm sure it was their meet and greet, new president, we rich, you president, how you doing, here's some money. It's a cool, we understand, but it wasn't like paraded. Because when you think of paraded, it makes it seem like that Indian family was sitting there, the whole Guptas, there they were, and they were like, everybody sit down, he's coming. Sit down, party, sit down. We got a Zulu man, he's coming. Yeah, he's coming. Yes, he'll do the dance. Sit there. Have you got your popcorn? You got your popcorn. Okay, everyone got it. Done. Dim the lights. He's coming. Dim the lights. He's at the door. Start the music. Jacob Zuma. It wasn't paraded. He was invited. And the DA said, we need to investigate these claims. We need to investigate them. We said, would you? They said, we'd love to investigate. We will get the best investigators we can. And they did. The DA went out and got the best investigators they could find. Investigators so good, they found that the Guptas had also given the DA money. Priceless.
Hey there, thanks for watching. Now, all I need you to do is click on that little circle on your screen. Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, just like that. Hold on.